Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here. So I haven't made a video in a while. Or, actually I was just making one before I started this video. This is take 2. I forgot what I was talking about and just ended up staring at the camera, so we're doing it again. Yeah, so I haven't been putting any videos on YouTube for a while, and there's a reason for that. A couple of months ago, I think it was, I got one of those emails from YouTube that explained that I was being, I forget how they put it, but basically temporarily banned because of misinformation about, the plague. And one of my videos was removed. There wasn't any misinformation in that video. Not even arguably. So, I was also talking about politics, and this was a video that I made last November. I think it was called Good Luck Everyone. I was asking, or that's a lot of wind. I was advocating for us not to dehumanize each other over ridiculous things such as politics in that video. There was no misinformation about the plague. I think that's what bothered them, but who knows. Anyway, basically I was not allowed to put videos up for a while. I can now. I wasn't able to comment on videos on my own channel, although I could watch videos and comment on other people's videos, which was pretty funny. A lot of those comments were removed. A lot of comments I made on other people's videos were removed. During that time. So, time will tell. We'll see how long I'm on YouTube. Basically, I was a bit offended at first, certainly. But these kind of things are going on with big tech, and there's a lot of words that you're not allowed to say. Some people get away with it, some can't. It's not a theory of conspiracy. Let's see if I can put it that way. Maybe they'll catch it. It's an actual conspiracy. It's pretty funny. It was all over the news, 3 months ago? Big tech and our government here in the U.S. getting together to stamp out misinformation and other things. That's what's going on. People ask me all the time, why can't you say something on YouTube, or why are people always talking about that? That's what it is. It started before that, but this is not... It's funny, anytime you bring up the government and big tech together, people think that you're losing it, right? It was all over the news. Anyway, that's it. I'm done with that rant. I'm going to talk about tobacco now. That wasn't even a rant, really. That was pretty mellow. But in tobacco land, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, stopped into my local shop that sells cigars. They also sell pipe tobacco, and they used to sell a lot more pipe tobacco. They carry some Yuli's blends. Some they carry just for me, but they only get 2 shipments a year from Yuli's. Used to be able to, 10, 13 years ago, you could get most of what we call a codger blends or OTC blends in there. You could get most of them. Now I've been watching them slowly tick off what they carry. So they carry, I think, the full line of Captain Black and Borkum Riff, which they always did. But years ago they quit carrying velvet, and after that Sir Walter Raleigh, and with the whole debacle with Carter Hall and Prince Albert, they quit carrying both of those and won't be carrying them. None of the grocery stores around here do anymore either. Nobody carries any pipe tobacco at all after that Carter Hall Prince Albert thing. Even though they sold other blends, there's just nothing. Down East original blend, unfiltered craft cider. It's okay. Kind of expensive, but good. So, I almost forgot what I was talking about. Okay. They've always had half and half at this place. It's a liquor store, bait shop, with a cigar humidor with pipe tobacco in there, and cigarettes and cheap rolling tobacco and tubes and all that stuff. And papers, lots of papers of the rolling variety. So I've been shopping there long enough, 13 years at least, maybe more. Long enough to see different product come and go. And I mostly buy cigars from them these days. But I noticed a couple of months ago, maybe longer, that they had stopped carrying half and half. Which is sad to me because I can't stand the Borkum Riff stuff, and although I can smoke some of the Captain Black blends, I don't want to. I don't really enjoy them. It's a nice walk down memory lane every couple of years or something, but that's about it. So I was nervous when they said that they couldn't get half and half, and they didn't know why. Their distributor wasn't sharing any information with them. I was a little nervous. That means there isn't any pipe tobacco I can buy around here anymore, except for twice a year when they get blends from Yuli's shop. Because I can smoke half and half. I even enjoy smoking half and half often enough. And I've been smoking it since 2004, so I've seen it go through, not consistently the whole way, but that's when I first started smoking it. So I've seen it go through several changes. And honestly, the tobacco prices in this area are pretty high. I mean, I was paying, at last watch, I was paying $12.99 a pouch for half and half, which is a lot. I think Captain Black is going for like $16 a pouch right now. And of course, all of that stuff is likely going to go up quite soon with their, probably, with the rising taxes on tobacco and taxing things by weight and all of that. They just don't stop, do they? The bastards just don't quit. Anyway. So I hadn't seen it in a few months. I expected not to see it again. And then one day when I stopped in to buy some cigars, I saw one pouch. And of course I snatched it. And it was actually cheaper at $8.69. That's like prices from a couple of years ago. By the way, I found my first box of half and half a while ago. It used to come in a little box just like Carter Hall. And the price was $3.29. That wasn't my first box. That was from probably 2007. $3.29. But, oh, wow, cool. Alright, so I bought the pouch. I asked the lady at the counter, when did you guys get this? And she said 2 days ago. We got 10 pouches. The other old man, I like how she said that. She's older than me, but she calls me an old man. The other old man that smokes half and half came in and bought 9 of them and left one because he knows there's at least one other guy that smokes half and half. I'd like to meet this guy sometime. But, anyway. So I excitedly snatched it up, forgetting completely about my cigars. Can you imagine being so excited about half and half that you forget about your cigars? I get out to the car, and as is my habit with half and half, I usually open it, smell it, smoke one bowl right away, and then I leave it in the console of my car for 2 weeks and don't touch it. Till then. I prefer the pouched half and half to air out. Smokes cooler, more flavorful, no bite for me. If I smoke it right away, it bites me. But I always smoke one bowl right away anyway. Well, I opened the pouch and took a big whiff and went, that's not the right smell. Something's different. And here we go again. So, this pouch has been open for 3 weeks at least. And this last week I've been smoking it. It's Sunday, so I probably started smoking it Monday, so I'm just about through it. This smells about right now that it's aired out, but there's still a slightly different aroma that I just can't quite pin down. It's not the correct one, but I want to say cranberry. Not that it tastes that way, it's just something about the smell of that reminds me of the smell of cranberries when they're being harvested. It's not a bad thing. It's like a little bit of extra sour bitterness or something. But this is aired out for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks probably. And it's also gone out. So I bought another pouch a week after this one when they got another shipment in. And the lady behind the counter told me there's at least a dozen guys that smoke half and half around here. So that's hopeful that they'll continue to carry it. Not too much wind for a relight. But when I smelled the off odor in the pouch, and the fact that it just smelled way too strong also, I looked at it and right away I noticed that it said made in Denmark right here instead of Tucker, Georgia. I was afraid this would happen. But half and half has changed many times over the years. I've been present for a few of them, right? Here we go. So what do I have to say about it after smoking it for a week? It tastes different. It doesn't taste a lot different. This is the one that I just opened this today. I opened it on the first video that I deleted. So it still has the very pungent odor. The whiskey smell is much stronger than I've ever smelled it before. And whatever that other smell is that reminds me of cranberries. Maybe it is cranberries. Much stronger. The tobacco is not, the tobacco fresh is not as sticky as it has been for the last 9 or 10 years. And it does dry out quicker than the other stuff in the last version. It smells good. It still tastes good to me, but it's different. So yeah, what is my conclusion? I don't know. It's not worse, which a lot of people don't like half and half anyway, so it's not worse, and I'm not sure, but it could even be better. I've got to get used to it. Time will tell. Time will tell. But it's certainly not worse. And now, quickly, I'm going to show you a few pipes I've picked up recently. Well, one that I picked up a while ago, over a year ago, but I just started smoking it. It's a Danish sovereign. The stem has been, maybe that'll focus. Right here you can see it's cracked. Somebody did a nice job of gluing that back together. I'm going to have someone make me a stem for this. It's still smokable. It smokes really well, actually, and I typically don't like freehand pipes. Or, not that I dislike them, I just don't feel any particular way about them. This one I like. So, got that plateau top. This one was fun. This is a whitehall mirror lined. It's got a huge crack on this side, which has no effect on anything. That bowl's just about out. No effect on anything that crack has. It's got a nice button on it. Meerschaum line bowl. Won't pass a pipe cleaner without some tricky gymnastics, but it's doable. Anyway, I've been wanting one of these for a long time because these must have been quite a popular pipe at a shop around here or something years ago, because I see them all the time at rummage sales and antique shops, but they're always broken. The meerschaum is always broken about halfway down, and I think that's from people beating their pipes out on things, because usually the rim of the bowl is pretty abused as well. This pipe was hardly smoked, and I paid $3 for it. I've really been enjoying this pipe. The next two came to me as gifts. This one, I've got to clean these up. Haven't smoked them. But this one says Algerian briar made in France on one side and Gothic, I believe, on the other. It's in Gothic style cursive, so I'm thinking that's what it is. It has its own wind cap that's rusty. It actually still is full of tobacco, which you won't be able to see. And quite an extreme angle of the stem. Neat shape. I quite like it. I look forward to smoking it when I get it cleaned up. Another one. I really like this pipe. When I saw that case, I was expecting it to be a meerschaum. It isn't. But it's quite an interesting pipe. That is not amber or amberol or anything like that. It is red menol. This is an MLC red menol is what's stamped on there. And from my memory, I haven't researched this yet, I'm thinking that actually this is the material is red menol. But I could be wrong about that. I haven't gotten into it yet. This pipe actually hasn't been smoked all that much. A bit, but not worn out like they usually come to me. Threads are in nice shape. Nothing's cracked. It's got a silver band, and it is full of tobacco, which you won't be able to see. And it appears to be shag. I'm curious to pull that out of there. I'm guessing this is from like before 1925, but like I said, I haven't had time to do any research on it yet. But I could be wrong about that. If you actually know something, please chime in. I'm not interested in speculation, other than my own. Alright, that's a terribly long video. Did I show you all the pipes? Yeah, okay. We'll see if this one will upload. Well, if it uploads and you're watching it, it means I'm back, at least for now, until I offend someone. I don't really care. It almost feels to me, honestly, if I'm offending people by my regular speech without trying to, then perhaps they need to be offended. And if what I have to say is so dangerous that I need to be silenced, the world is completely upside down, which it may very well be. On that happy note, y'all take care. Get outside.